Hello everyone and welcome to 9-inch Charge, a Warhammer Age of Sigmar and Warhammer the Old World discussion channel. Today we are going to be talking about the realm rules in the General's Handbook 2021. In this new edition of Age of Sigmar, every single battle is played in the realm of Ghur, the realm of beasts. And to reflect that, there are realm rules for the Ghurish Heartlands that include special rules, realm sphere magic, and a realm command. Today we're going to have a look at what these are like, how they're going to affect your game, and what this means for playing games of Age of Sigmar in this new edition. As ever, just before we begin, please drop this video a like if you find it useful, and please consider subscribing to the channel for more content like this in the future. Okay, so first up, there are two new special rules for the realm. The first is Predators and Prey. Ghur is a land of monsters where the laws of the hunt are paramount. Only armies possessed of the greatest strength and cunning can triumph here, whether by unleashing their own great war beast or by slaying one of their enemies. Once per battle round, you score one additional victory point if any enemy monsters were slain in that battle round. So this is a bit like an additional battle tactic for the round, something on the side that you can do to gain additional victory points once per round. What I like about this is that it already feels great if you manage to kill a monster off, but now it's going to feel fantastic. You know, it is really nice to see that you will get some sort of reward in game, as well as just that total feeling of relief and satisfaction and joy that your unit has done its bit to bring down a titan. And killing an enemy monster definitely should have the potential to change the outcome of the game, whether it be a victory or not. As some of you will know, my most regular opponent is Dan from the Two Piece podcast and his Khorne army. So from now on, one more Bloodthirster summoned is going to be one more additional victory point for me when I slay it. Bring it on. Okay, next is Seismic Shift. The continent of Thondia is no less feral than the creatures that call it home. Periodically, the ground rumbles and cracks with violent tremors, and what may have been a key strategic position is suddenly reduced to rubble. At the start of the first battle round, after the players roll off to determine who has the first turn, the player taking the second turn in that battle round can pick one objective marker on the battlefield and remove it from play. This is absolutely massive, and I cannot stress enough how game-changing this can be with some of the scenarios that we've got in the new General's Handbook. I've been fortunate enough to have played a couple games already, and the first game I played was Marking Territory. There are 4 objectives on the battlefield, and the victory conditions are: starting from the third battle round, one player immediately wins a major victory if they control all of the objectives on the battlefield. So what this means is, on the third round, if you choose to go second and you control 3 objectives, you can burn the 4th one that you don't control, meaning that at the start of the third battle round, you then control all the objectives on the battlefield and you win a major victory. I'm sure this has really significant ramifications in other battle plans as well, but I haven't got round to playing all of them just yet. And it's something else to go alongside the who gets the most command points, to just make that decision of whether or not you take priority or not that little bit harder, and I think that's definitely a good thing. I love the double turn. I think it's here to stay. I think that decision is well in the past, well behind us. But forcing you to think tactically and make decisions that are game-changing are only going to make this game more enjoyable and more fun to play, and lead to more of those moments that are the ones we go back and tell our friends about after the game has been played. I'm going to try and not get caught out by this one. I'm the sort of player who can labour over a decision and take too long and begin to slow a game up, and I need to be a little bit more impulsive. So I'm hoping that when this comes along on the third battle round, just before we decide who takes priority, if I've won the priority roll, I already have a clear idea of what I want to do. So definitely something to be planning a turn ahead so that you are completely ready for round 3. Next is Realm Sphere Magic. All wizards know the following spell in addition to any others that they know. Metamorphosis. The wizard channels the wild soul of Ghur to transform a chosen ally into a monstrous beast. Metamorphosis is a spell that has a casting value of 5 and a range of 12 inches. If successfully cast, pick one friendly hero that is not a monster and that is within range and visible to the caster, that hero gains the monster keyword until your next hero phase. I can see myself using this. I've already eyed up the Arcane Tome, which is the universal enhancement artifact that allows the bearer to become a wizard, for my Nomad Prince, who is a hero on foot for Cities of Sigmar. Allowing him to become a monster will mean that he'll be able to use monstrous rampages, potentially causing mortal wounds, or stopping units he's in combat with from being able to have command abilities used on them. Many of the battle tactics also allow you to score additional victory points if they are completed by a monster, so being able to turn a hero into a monster will really help you score those additional points. For example, the first one, Broken Ranks. When you reveal this battle tactic, pick one battle line unit from your opponent's starting army on the battlefield. You complete this battle tactic if the unit is destroyed during this turn. If that unit was destroyed by an attack made by a friendly monster or an ability of a friendly monster, score one additional victory point. And there are others I could mention. But also, it's really thematic. It really encapsulates that you're fighting in Ghur and people are turning into monsters and the ground is opening up to swallow objectives. It's just something that makes the game more cinematic and more fun, and that's the most important thing. Lastly is the Realm command. Each player can use the following command ability in addition to any others that they can use. Feral Roar. Channeling the spirit of Ghur, the commander looses a roar that sees monsters of all shapes and sizes fight on without injury or pain. You can use this command ability at the start of the combat phase. The unit that receives the command must be a monster until the end of that phase. When you look up the value on the unit's damage table, it is treated as if it has suffered no wounds. This is the Blaze of Glory command ability. If your monster has got one wound left and is probably going to die in the next battle round, use this command ability in its last turn fighting, and it will go out in a blaze of glory, or who knows, it might defeat the unit that you think would destroy it. This is a bit situational because obviously it depends on what monsters you're bringing. Scarbrand isn't going to thank you for this. Mangler Squigs have got a different layout on their damage table as well. So it is situational. It depends how many wounds you've taken. There are ways to heal monsters up now, so you might choose to try and heal some wounds on your monster instead of doing this. But I think, like I said, a Blaze of Glory, cinematic, I think, again, can be game-changing. And it's nice just to have for free for every person. These definitely make you want to take monsters in your army, don't they? Okay, so that's all of them. How do you think they'll affect your battle, and which ones are you most looking forward to using in future games? Let me know in the comments below. I do read every single comment, and I do love reading them and hearing your input. There's always some great ideas shared, and the more things that we can share to help each other out, the better. Thank you very much for watching. This has been 9 Inch Charge, and I will catch you next time.